So I've been trying out the Botslab G500H Pro dual dashcam and checking out all of its features. And if you've been following my channel, you would know that I brought up a quick unboxing video just past week. So here are a few things which I noticed about this dashcam which really work in its favor and of course make it a complete value for money dashcam under the 10,000 price bracket. Starting off with the fact that this dashcam gets a large display at the back. Now this is not very common in the under 10k segment, but still the Botslab G500H gets a large display, which means you can use the display as a reverse camera view. So whenever you're taking reverse, you can just switch the view from the front to the rear and have a reference view of what's going on behind the car. The second point about this dashcam which I really liked a lot is that the placement of the memory card slot is at the bottom of the dashcam. Now most dashcams get the memory card slot usually at the top, which makes it difficult to access. Now since it's placed at the bottom, you can quickly take out the memory card whenever you want and place it back without much of a disturbance to the wires which are usually placed on top. The third important thing being the GPS module is integrated within the windshield mount. So there's no extra GPS logger or an extra unit which you'll have to attach separately. Everything comes within the bundle. No extra attachments. The fourth point being that the rear camera is designed in a very minimalistic way. Doesn't take up a lot of space, doesn't take up a lot of area on the rear windshield. Basically means doesn't obstruct your view of the rear windshield. It's a small square shaped camera, easily attaches to the rear windshield and does the job pretty well. Lastly, there are some important ADAS features such as pedestrian warning, front collision warning, fatigue alert and a few more which add more value to the kind of already a good dashcam that exists out there. So all these features do really work in the favor of the Botslab G500H. And if you're in the market looking for a really good dashcam under the 10,000 price bracket, I do consider the Botslab G500 to be one of the good choices that's available out there. And in case if you are interested in purchasing it, you can also get additional discount using the coupon code TRAVELTECH by using the affiliate link which is given below in the description. Why waste extra discount? That being said, let's take a look at the video quality of the Botslab G500H at its number plate readability, its on-screen settings, the app settings, making this video a complete review of the G500H. But before you watch the rest of this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and make sure that you've liked this video. You're watching Travel Tech. Let's get started. So starting off with the daytime video quality, what I can surely say is that the previous gen StarViz sensor, in this case the StarViz IMX335, they are extremely well calibrated to give you the best possible video quality during daytime. This video is a prime example for that finesse, for that exceptional functionality of the previous gen StarViz sensor. The video quality is pretty much flawless. The contrast, the saturation, the exposure level, everything looks close to natural, very well balanced, and you won't find a better kind of a video quality under the 10,000 price bracket with the kind of sensor, the StarViz IMX335, with the kind of the quality this particular sensor brings to the table. Now this camera shoots 1944p resolution in 4:3 aspect ratio, giving you 30 fps, close to 20,000 kbps of bitrate and a 155 MB per minute of file size. Moving on to the nighttime video footage. Now even during nighttime, the StarViz IMX335 does excel in some specific aspects. For example, showing you the right level of contrast, the right level of exposure. I mean, you don't see any sort of a haziness, you don't see any sort of a higher exposure in any part of the video. The overall video quality is simply good, providing with the best possible video footage in the best possible resolution the IMX335 can bring you at that particular cost. So if the number plate readability during night time under the glare of headlights is not such a major concern for you, the Botslab G500H powered with the StarViz IMX335 can get the job done for you. I mean, at that particular price range, this is the best possible video quality you're ever gonna get from a front camera. Moving on to the rear camera quality, the rear camera shoots Full HD 1080p resolution at 30 fps, giving you a bitrate of about 9000 kbps and a file size of about 73 MB per minute. Now straight up you can make out that the contrast levels are less in this video, slightly higher exposed, and of course due to the lack of resolution when you compare it to the 1944p, you do tend to see a loss of sharpness when you directly compare it with a front camera sample. Overall, it does the job for it because most rear cameras in most dual dashcam setups provide you a similar video quality. So there's no major complaint regarding this. So there's no major issue regarding this. This is kind of expected under the 10,000 price bracket, and this is a normal video quality, nothing very hi-fi about it. This will get the job done. This will record all the things, all the events happening behind the car, and will be sufficient to provide as evidence in any such required cases. Moving on to the night sample with the same rear camera. Now here you see a more difference when you compare it to the daytime sample. Higher exposure level, lesser contrast levels, saturation levels, kind of not very well balanced. Of course, it also catches the reflection from the rear windshield, maybe because the kind of way the rear camera is mounted. But overall, I think the daytime quality from the rear camera is better compared to the nighttime quality. But that cannot be said about the number plate readability, because I do think the number plate readability with the rear camera at night is actually much better than what I actually expected. So we'll be heading into the number plate readability pretty soon, but overall I think the rear camera is quite decent and average performing during nighttime. Could have been slightly better, could have provided a better contrast levels, but at that particular price range, you cannot expect anything more from this. So moving on to the number plate readability during nighttime from the front camera. So the car in front is about a distance of like what, 10 to 15 feet away. And if I do zoom in to take a look, a crystal clear read of the number plate, and you must be quite surprised. Come on, this does not get a star Visto sensor. Like, how is this even possible to get such a crystal clear number plate read? Well, I have the answer for you. In this particular example, in this particular snapshot of the number plate which you're seeing on the screen right now, the headlights of my car are focused towards the ground and not focused towards the number plate. This goes to show that even the previous gen Starway sensors are very good at catching number plates only and only when the number plates are not under the glare of headlights. But what happens if the number plate comes under the direct glare? Here's the next snapshot. So as you can see right now, let me just zoom in a bit more and show you. When the number plate gets completely covered up with the headlight glare, the previous gen Starway sensors cannot read the number plate. It's only when the glare goes away you get an exceptionally good number plate readability. Moving on to the daytime sample, so here's what I think is a Hyundai i10, maybe about a distance of 15 to 20 feet away. Let's check the power of the 1944p resolution and zoom in on the picture. A pretty clear read of the number plate. All letters and numbers are distinctively visible. So this means at a resolution of 1944p, you will be able to read number plates to a maximum distance of about 20 feet or maybe up to 25 feet as well. So closer it will be the better. So daytime sample, daytime number plate read should be flawless in that particular distance range, and the 1944p resolution will be helpful in catching these number plates at such a high distance. Moving on to the number plate read from the rear camera. So this is a Maruti Swift, again at a distance of maybe 15 feet away, and if I do zoom in to take a look, mildly blurry, mild noise here and there, but overall still readable. So at a distance of 10 to 15 feet during daytime, the number plate readability should not be a problem with the rear camera, but more distance, 20 feet or more, you will get a hazed out picture. During nighttime, if you take a look at the number plate read, so here's a very specific example, very specific snapshot which I took out from a video to show you the kind of difference it makes with the distance and the rear camera quality. So just zooming in on the picture, as you can see, there are two cars in this snapshot. The one on the left, you can clearly make out the number plate. The one on the right, the number plate is completely hazed out or blurred out. Now what might be the reason for this? First of all, for the fact that the number plate of the vehicle on the left is covered under the red light glare from the rear brake light of my car. So my car was like directly in front of this, and when I hit the brakes, the red light is starting to reflect off the number plate of the car right behind me. So that is kind of helping the rear camera to get a read of the plate. But even the car on the right is sort of catching the glare of the red light, but still it is not able to read number plate at that particular angle. And the reason for this is that the sensors are calibrated in a way that the focus is more prominent at the center of the image, and at the borders of the image the pixels do tend to lose out their sharpness, the pixels do tend to lose out the detail. So the sensitivity of the sensors will be more proper and well balanced towards the center of the image, and at the borders and at the edges it will start to fade out. So this is something which you should know about sensors, and this is something why certain number plates are well readable in certain areas of the image and some others are not really readable. Alright, so here's the Botslab G500H currently mounted on my windshield. So here's particularly what I really like about this dashcam is the large display. So you get clear access, you get a clear view of what's happening regarding the dashcam. You get a lot of notification icons right on top on the status bar showing you the Bluetooth status, the resolution, the GPS, the Wi-Fi status, the mic and audio status, and rest of the stuff. At the bottom you get date and time being displayed, and you also get a recording logo on the left top corner of the screen. So starting off, let's just move on and click the up button. So as soon as you do, the camera automatically shifts to the rear camera view. So this means you can easily view what's happening behind the car straight up on the display. So that's a super cool thing. But if you don't want the reverse view, you can simply turn it into a screensaver, which will show you the current time and the date and even the particular day. But if you click the up button again, you straight up heading to the settings. The first option is the connect to phone. So if you click on that, it will give you the option of Bluetooth pairing. You can even download the mobile app. You have the Wi-Fi enable and the disable option and the basic Wi-Fi operation. Heading back, you got the video settings wherein you have the built-in speed. Basically, you can set the units such as kilometers per hour or miles per hour. Then you have the sensitivity for the emergency sensor. You can disable it completely or keep it at low, medium or high. Then you have the audio, basically the speaker. Then you can enable or disable the logo on the video. You can even enable or disable the GPS coordinates being shown on the video. So these are under the video settings. So there's no specific option regarding changing the resolution. You have the parking monitoring option wherein you get collision sensitivity, time lapse and normal electric vehicle protection. So this parking monitoring can only be enabled if you have installed the hardware kit. Then you have the driving assistance, basically the ADAS feature. So you have the fatigue reminder. Then you have driving assistance reminder wherein you have the front car start reminder, front car too close warning and pedestrian collision warning. So these three ADAS features really set this camera apart from most of the other under 10K dash cams. Then you have the ADAS calibration option, which you have to go through in order to calibrate the ADAS settings. Then you have the system settings at the bottom wherein you can set the volume of the device. You can set the screen to turn off automatically after 30 seconds or after 1 minute, and of course you can disable it as well. So if you find the screen to be too distracting, especially during night time, you can set this at 30 seconds and the screen will automatically turn off. Then you have the language option, the GPS information showing you the signal strength of the GPS satellites. Then you have the time format, either 12-hour clock or the 24-hour clock. Then you have the default screen if you want the front camera to be shown on startup or the rear camera or the clock. Then you have the format memory card. Again, you have the default setting, basically returns all settings to default. Then you have the version number showing the current product name, the version, the serial number, and all the rest of the technical specifications of this dash camera. Heading back to the main screen, if you click on the down button, it will head into the album section wherein you can access the loop videos, basically the normal recorded videos. You have access to emergency videos, parking monitoring videos, and the time-lapse videos. So album section can be easily accessed by pressing the down button. If you click on the center button, the display will automatically turn off. So this is a one-click operation. If you want the display to turn off for any reason, just click on the center OK button. If you want to turn it back on again, click the center button and the display will turn on back again. So that's it. Pretty simple, easy and straightforward options on the Botslab G500H, and even the app is in a similar pattern. So let's quickly take a look at the Botslab app and show you how it turns out. Alright, so here's the live streaming currently from the Botslab app on my smartphone. It's also showing you the altitude and the current speed. You can also even turn off this augmented reality option. Heading back to the main home screen, you can see here that it's showing as Bluetooth has been connected and the Wi-Fi is connected. So this is the live broadcast option which we just opened up right now. If we head into the video playback option, this is basically the album section, what we just saw on the dash camera. So you can just access all of the videos, play them back based on your requirement, and take a look at what the recordings have been. So just clicking on one of the videos, let's just try and play it. So currently here is the video being played on my smartphone. So you can basically access the album very easily and play back any video. Then heading into the dash cam settings, you have the voice recording option at first, basically the mic option. Then you have the built-in speed. You can set it at kilometers or miles per hour. Basically the same options which we just saw on the G500 screen. All the similar options are present even within the Botslab app. Heading back, you have the local album and you have the ADAS settings. If we head into the ADAS settings, similar options: pedestrian collision reminder, front car start reminder, and the distance warning sensitivity. So these are the particular options which are present within the Botslab app for the Botslab G500H Pro dash camera. So now that we've seen the video quality and the number plate readability along with the app settings, I really do consider this is a strong contender under the 10,000 segment and of course offers tremendous value for money. So this dashcam should be at the top of your list if you are considering to buy a dashcam within that price range. And if you are indeed interested in buying this dash camera, you can get some additional discount by using my affiliate link that's given in the description below along with the coupon code which is also provided right there. Why waste a good chance to grab some discount? That being said, if you like this video and if this video has helped you out in any way, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Also don't go away without hitting the bell icon so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. If you have any queries or doubts regarding this camera, just write that down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.